Hi, I'm back again and I'm going to be sharing with you another weight loss secret. Now, following on from snacking where I talked about insulin, I want to go into a bit more depth about how you can manipulate insulin to help your body shift fat while you also still feel full. Now, one of the biggest problems with a lot of diets is they just want you to cut calories. Now, cutting calories will work in the short term, but in the long term this can have a severe impact on your metabolic rate, and nobody wants that. But one of the key secrets to shifting body fat is ensuring that you balance insulin levels. Now, everybody knows that insulin is a hormone that's released when our body consumes sugars. So sugars taken into the bloodstream, insulin attaches to them and takes them into the cells. Now that's great, especially if we've done a workout and we really need those sugars inside our muscle cells for recovery. But what about if you haven't exercised and you eat too many sugars and your body doesn't need them? Now this is when we need to control insulin, because high blood sugar levels and high insulin levels can set off about a horrible cascade of cravings for carbohydrates, eating carbohydrates, high blood sugar levels and low blood sugar levels. And nobody likes that. It makes us feel miserable, moody, and can stop us from sleeping. So how do we control insulin levels? Well, there's one really important thing to take into consideration. The thing we need to take into consideration is the type of carbohydrates that we eat and the time that we eat them. So let's think of it like this. Things like green vegetables are very low in sugars, so they're a really good addition to every single meal that you eat in the day. Sweet potato is a root vegetable and is more starchy. Now it's very nutritious, but it's better added to dishes after workouts because the sugars that are in the bloodstream will then be used to repair muscles. Now then you start looking at things like flour, sweets, crackers, biscuits. Now, number one, we all know that these foods don't contain much nutrition at all. But secondly, if they increase blood sugar levels to a point where we no longer need the amount of sugar that's in our blood, our body automatically stores them as fat. Now, that's the last thing we want, isn't it? So what's the best thing to do here? Well, I always look at it like this. First of all, choose green and brightly coloured low starch vegetables at every meal. Only choose fruit and starchy carbohydrates or root vegetables and whole grains after workouts. Stay away from white flour, white sugar, and all of those processed grain foods. They're the ones that get your sugar levels up and send your body into fat storage. Now, fat storage is not the aim of the game, is it? So stick with those greens and be lean.